Welcome back, everybody, to the Futlife Tv Podcast. Thank you for joining us again. I know you missed these league games, and so did I with all the international break. And what a way to get back into these league matches. Beautiful goals, beautiful games, beautiful results. Let's get right into it, starting with the Premier League. We had Arsenal beating Tottenham 2-0, Bournemouth beating Huddersfield 4-0, Burnley beating Swansea 2-0, Crystal Palace tying Everton 2-2, Manchester City beating Leicester 2-0, Liverpool beating Southampton 3-0, Chelsea beating West Brom 4-0, Manchester United beating Newcastle 4-1, Watford beating West Ham 2-0, and Brighton tying Stoke 2-2. Crazy results. You would think that some of these players would be tired, feeling a little, sluggish after the international breaks, but no. All the players were there to perform. All the players did. The teams did wonderful. And the standing are Man City in first place with 34, Manchester United in second place with 26, Chelsea in third with 25, and Tottenham in fourth with 23, Liverpool in fifth with 22. Exciting matches, exciting results this weekend. I know I was pretty excited about the Premier League. Manchester City, again, going through, flying, getting 3 points again. Nothing was missed. Right back on the same beat that they were, like they never even left for an international break. This team is tough. They're strong. They're ready to prove a point, and they are. And these players are young, too. Company was in there, and third minute, you could have argued that he could have got sent off, which I think he could have got sent off. I think Vardy was clearly through. I don't think Stones would have been able to, keep up with him. His pace, Vardy's pace is incredible, and I think he was through on goal. But the ref gave Man City the benefit of the doubt, gave him a yellow card instead. But I think he could have been sent off very easily. But, again, dominating performance, and they did have a dominating performance throughout the game. Man City is just a strong team. They really are here to win this Premier League this season, and they're showing it every game. Beautifully won, and 3 points earned. Manchester United, I bet Man U fans are very excited because Manchester United players that have been injured, that have been key players, are back. Pogba's back. Zlatan's back. Rojo's back. You see the difference Pogba makes in the team. You see the way the whole game has changed. Yes, they got scored on first, they had to come back, but came back in style with, come on, the way, it's just a different team with Pogba on that team. It's just, they can get a lot more goals. He's way more creative. He can open more things up. And guess what? Now you have Zlatan back. One of the best strikers in the world, arguably ever. So, Man U are back to their tough. When they started the season, they were beating teams 4-1, 5-1, 4-1, 4-0. And when they lost players is when they started going down. Pogba especially. Now that he's back, you see the difference he makes. And he even got himself a goal. Zlatan came back as well, played about 15 minutes, played brilliantly, didn't get a goal. But he's back. They look great. They really do. And I think that they're going to be successful going forward if everyone can manage to stay fit. When they're full, when their team is 100% fit, you can see the big difference in the Manchester United team. They're not just playing defensive, hoping for a 1-0 or things like that. They're actually there to win, and they show it. Great result for them. But they got the very important 3 points. Very important for them. And also another team that's got a very important 3 points are Chelsea. Chelsea, Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal. These teams are fighting for that top 4 spot. And 2 of them are going to miss out. And who is going to be? It's a tough guess with all of them putting in dominant performance and then playing like shit the next week. It's kind of who can be more consistent. I think Chelsea would definitely have a spot. I think they'll be more consistent, and I think Tottenham will probably be in that top spot as well. So that's my opinion. but they are fighting, and it's hard. It's tough. Tough in that tough teams battling it out for that top spot. But Tottenham lost to their rivals Arsenal. I know Arsenal fans are excited about that. It's a huge game for them. They really for some reason do hate Tottenham, and a win over Tottenham means the world to them right now, I bet, with all the things going on with the Arsenal team. And very important 3 points for them to keep them in that top 4 spot, And it's crucial to be in that top 4. It was a lovely weekend in the Premier League. If you missed it, do check out at least the highlights. It was beautiful. And that's pretty much it for the Premier League. Now we're going to move into some La Liga, where we had Girona tying Real Sociedad 1-1, Getafe beating Alaves 4-0, Barcelona beating Leganes 3-0, Sevilla beating Celta Vigo 2-1, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid tying 0-0, Malaga beating Deportivo 3-2, Valencia beating Espanyol 2-0, Levante beating Las Palmas 2-0, Atletico Club tying Villarreal 1-1, Eibar beating Real Betis 5-0. Great matches there as well. The table, we have Barcelona in first place with 34, Valencia in second with 30 points, Real Madrid in third with 24, Atletico Madrid in fourth with 24, Sevilla in fifth with 22. Wow. What a weekend. You had the Madrid derby, which I thought it would be 1-1, but it was 0-0, 0-0. Yeah, it's expected. It is expected in that derby. Atletico are very strong in defending, and they can hold off teams. And if they're not successful in scoring, then they can very well manage to keep a game at 0-0. And it showed with Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Ramos suffered a broken nose. Horrible news for Madrid fans. Ronaldo continues his bad form, and it was just a tough, rough game for them. Ronaldo and Ramos' feud continues apparently, but Zidane came out and said there's nothing there. We're all making a big deal about it, and that we're making up stories. But I believe there is something going on there. There always has been something going on there. It's nothing new. They've always been colliding, clashing, bumping heads, and it continues. But Ronaldo, stats are showing that he's one of the worst players in La Liga at the moment. Ronaldo and 5 other players have the worst stats in La Liga. The four of those players are goalkeepers, and one of those players hasn't played a match. So sad. So sad. For a player that's supposedly the best player of the year, according to the best award, whatever bullshit award that was. But you would expect him to have more. He's had 1 goal in La Liga, and he's had 0 tackles, 0 interceptions. I know you're saying, oh, he's a forward. Why does he have to tackle? Why does he have to make tackles? Well, he's not scoring goals either. What is he there for? At least contribute some way. Help defend if you're not scoring goals. And some games maybe he's getting unlucky, but these are shit stats for a player of his ability. Like, it's ridiculous. Best player in the world, supposedly? Come on. 1 goal in La Liga, 0 tackles, 0 interceptions. It's just embarrassing. And hopefully he can get it back together. But I don't really see him going back in the top form again. I think he's just feeling his age now, and his mind is catching up with it. But you never know. I wouldn't count out Ronaldo. He has been one of the best players in the world for many years. And, I really wouldn't count him out. Rivals, Barcelona, another 3 points. Very important. Put them 10 points ahead. 10 points ahead. Valencia winning again. to keep themselves right behind Barcelona, putting pressure on Barcelona. Barca and Valencia, these teams are looking good in the La Liga this year. Barca had a big win. They really needed to win, and they really needed some of their players that score to get some goals going. Suarez finally scores some goals. He breaks the curse and gets a couple of goals. And did play well. He played very well, and they all played well. It was a good match, and they really needed it. Boost of confidence going into this Champions League games that's coming up. And Suarez really needed to score. He really needed to keep going. Suarez, Benzema, Ronaldo, they have been in horrible form lately, and they really need goals. And Suarez broke the curse, and I think he's gonna be scoring goals again. He's finally back. I think he's mentally there now, and it's glad to see him back. He's a world-class striker, and it's always good to see a world-class striker in his top form. But Valencia keeping the pressure on Barcelona, important win for them. They really are showing that they really want to fight for that title. They're right behind Barcelona. If Barcelona slips points, Valencia is taking over. They have a match coming up next week after the Champions League. Is Valencia versus Barcelona. Very tough match. Do not miss that match. That's gonna be a big factor in this league title race. So I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to cover it, the results. But that's what's going on in La Liga. Let's move on to Serie A. Atletico, with that tie, still managed to keep themselves tied with Real Madrid as well. And that's even more bad news for Real Madrid, because Atletico is putting pressure on them. If they keep slipping points and Atletico gets the points they need, they can very well be in fourth place, which is a nightmare for Madrid fans. Let's be honest here. But it can very well happen. All right. Let's get into some Serie A. We have for the matches, we have Roma beating Lazio 2-1, Napoli beating AC Milan 2-1, Genoa beating Crotone 1-0, Sassuolo beating Benevento 2-1, Sampdoria beating Juventus 3-2, Spal tying Fiorentina 1-1, Torino tying Chievo Verona 1-1, Cagliari beating Udinese 1-0, Inter beating Atalanta 2-0, and Bologna beating Verona 3-2. Wow. Let's go over this top 5 in the table. Napoli in first place with 35. Inter in second with 33. Juventus in third with 31. Roma in fourth with 30. Lazio in fifth with 28. So close and so exciting. My goodness, I loved when I was watching these games this weekend. I was holding on to my seats. I was standing up. I was jumping up and down, holding my head. It was crazy. It was crazy. Serie A is back, and back in a beautiful way. Napoli, very important win for them. Very important win for them against AC Milan. And Juventus losing points to Sampdoria. Sampdoria beating them 3-2, making them lose even more points. And Inter winning. Important 3 points for Inter. Second place, 2 points behind Napoli. 2 points in front of Juve. Napoli with 4-point gap with Juve. This is so exciting in the Serie A, and I'm just loving it. I really am. This is the best it's been in some years, and it's good to see Serie A back on top. Icardi in great form again, continuing his goal-scoring form. And I like seeing that. He's young. He's a good goal scorer. He really is. And if he's not loved at Inter, he's going to go somewhere else. Rumors of him going to Chelsea. Who knows what will happen? But he scored a couple more goals this weekend. Inter looked good. So did Napoli. And they're in first and second for a reason. Juventus upsetting loss put them in third place. And But it's way too early. Juventus is a tough team. They can come back. But if they lose players this summer, key players like Dybala and players like that, Juve is going to have to spend some big money. They really do. They have to spend some big money. But that's what's going on in Serie A. It's really exciting. And good for Inter and good for Napoli for taking those spots. And I hope Juve can fight back for that top spot. But it's nice to see competition like this. And like I said, if they do lose key players, what will they do next year? Same as Inter. What if Icardi goes? That's their main goal scorer. It'll be tough. That's that. And in Serie A, it's pretty much all going on in the Serie A. Let's get into some Bundesliga. For the games, if you missed them, we had Stuttgart beating Dortmund 2-1, Bayern beating Augsburg 3-0, Hoffenheim tying Frankfurt 1-1, Bayern Leverkusen tying Leipzig 2-2, Wolfsburg beating Freiburg 3-1, Borussia Gladbach beating Berlin 4-2, Schalke beating Hamburger 2-0, Bremen beating Hannover 4-0. In the top 5 on that table are Bayern in first place with 29, Schalke in second place with 23, Leipzig in third place with 23, Borussia Gladbach in fourth place with 21, Dortmund in fifth place with 20. Wow, Dortmund have slipped points big time. So sad to see. Dortmund lose points again this weekend. Bayern win again. It was looking so good for Dortmund, and they just pissed away those results. They're just on the right track, on the right road, miles ahead. And they, I don't know what, they looked to the left and went off the road. Completely crashed. Bayern, however, took over with 29. Put a nice gap between them now. 9 points between them and Dortmund. When just a month and a half ago, Dortmund was in first place. I can't believe it. It's ridiculous. Dortmund have really lost their fire. They're looking terrible right now, and hopefully they can get it back together. Bayern is looking great, and it's hard to see them not winning this season again. Fantastic results for them, and they're really exciting matches in the Bundesliga, so keep up with those as well. That's pretty much what's going on in Bundesliga. And in League 1, last but not least, we have Lille beating Saint-Etienne 3-1. Amiens tying Monaco 1-1. PSG beating Nantes 4-1. Dijon beating Troyes 3-1. Guingamp tying Angers 1-1. Strasbourg beating Rennes 2-1. Toulouse tying Metz 0-0. Caen tying Nice 1-1. Lyon and Montpellier tying 0-0. Bordeaux and Marseille tying 1-1. Amiens beating Lille 3-1. Top 5 in that table. We have PSG in first place with 35. Monaco in second with 29. Lyon in third with 26. Marseille in fourth with 25. Nantes in fifth with 23. Wow. Monaco pissed away any chance they had of trying to catch PSG in the title race. PSG flew away with it. Done deal. Finished. Might as well pack your bags, go home. It's PSG's year, and they won the league. It's done. It's pretty much done. Monaco just pissed away their last chance, pretty much. I don't see PSG dropping that much points. Even if they do drop points, it's not going to be that much. And Monaco will probably drop more points. PSG is looking dominating. They are dominating. And hopefully they can keep this up in the Champions League as well. It's exciting to see. Beautiful young team. All ambitious, all wanting to win every trophy they can. Hopefully the rumors with the struggle between the players and the coaches aren't true, and the move with Neymar to Madrid, which I mean, it'll be the biggest bullshit. All the things Neymar started this transfer window, all the prices he screwed up for everybody, all the chances for all the teams to get players, it's just ridiculous. I mean, after that, if he goes to Madrid, it'll just be then he'll just really be taking the piss, because that's just horse shit. It really is. So hopefully those rumors aren't true and this team can stay together and perform the way they are. But who knows what's happening? I mean, there are all types of rumors of transfers until it happens. I mean, Coutinho done to Barcelona, this and that, Neymar to Madrid. None of that is final until the jerseys are passed and hands are shaken, in my opinion. But we all do love a good rumor, don't we? That's pretty much everything that's going on. Champions League games are back on. I'm going to post the schedules up on social media right after this, so look out for that. And I love Champions League, and I know you all do too. And we're going to see some great games this week. All right, for our Keeping Up with the Legends segment, we're going to cover Zinedine Zidane. Legend. He is a legend. Has been successful in everything. Has won everything. As a player, as a coach. The French international was involved in a lot of charity matches. He was an advisor for Florentino Perez, president of Real Madrid, before working his way up to being assistant coach to Carlo Ancelotti. Then he wanted to try his own coaching role, and he took over the Real Madrid B squad, coaching his own son, which is beautiful. And eventually took over the first team and has been very successful, winning the league title, winning Champions League back-to-back. He really is a legend. He's had a successful career as a player, as a manager, and who doesn't love Zidane? His foot skills, his ability to find players, his creativity, it's just fantastic, and we love to see it, and that's what he's up to now. That's our segment for Keeping Up with the Legends. And for our dive of the week, we have the goalie from Leganés, Ivan Colar. Shame on you, sir. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. There are cameras watching you. What are you thinking? He put his fist in Suarez's chest and neck area and kind of pushed. Suarez pushed his hand away, and he grabs his face like a little sissy and goes down holding his face. Suarez gets the yellow card. The ref gets it wrong. What an embarrassment for him. There are cameras watching you. What are you thinking? Do you not know that later people are going to see the replay, which we're going to have pictures of, and you can see exactly what's going on? It's just embarrassing. It's so embarrassing for players to dive. And shame on you, sir. And hopefully the diving will stop. It was just horrendous and embarrassing. How do you look at your family in the face when they look at the replay after that? And on top of that, Suarez got 2 goals on you and got his revenge and did a little push by you when you ran by you, celebrate. So he makes you look even more stupid. You look stupid. Shame on you. And that's our segment for the dive of the week. Shame on you. That's pretty much it in the soccer world. Thank you all for joining us this episode. We'll have results of the Champions League, and we'll come back with another podcast to cover the Champions League. Thank you all for joining us. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Please do so. Follow us on social media on Futlife TV on Instagram and Facebook, and on Futlife TV 1 on Twitter. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.